50, 45, there goes Davis.
Oh my God!
Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Oh, how we doing, everybody? Welcome into a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 650. Today is April 10th. The year is 2026. Wherever you may be and however you may be watching or listening, kid, it's been a fantastic Friday. Sun's out, guns out, just got a car wash, feeling good. Yeah, feeling good. We had some day baseball. How we doing it?
Good. Yeah, I feel like we missed a little bit, not being able to get on Wednesdays. You guys probably recapped the national championship. Probably get your Masters picks out. I was allowed to get the jump in. I was allowed to get the jump in last second to get you my DeChambeau pick, but bro had a meltdown quick. But I mean, it's entertaining, bro. I can't complain. It's entertaining to watch the dude. He's emotional, but his power-oriented game isn't really suited for a course like the Masters, where it's really about finesse. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. And Scotty Scheffler had a meltdown as well.
He's the number one golfer in the world. That course can get to anyone. Augusta is unforgiving.
It's very unforgiving right now. Rory McIlroy has a one-shot lead over Patrick Reed, two guys who have already won the course. Let's see who didn't make the cut. Bubba Watson, some known names. Cameron Smith. Let's see.
No cut. VJ Singh, he didn't make the cut.
I don't know. So my boy Corey Connors, the Canadian, still there. John Rahm still alive, tied for 48th. Bryson DeChambeau's at 45th. So he's still there. Patrick Cantley is up there. Justin Thomas is tied for 39th. Victor Hovland is at 31st.
But at this point, if you're not in the top 20, 25,
it's tough.
It's going to be tough to claw your way back.
Yeah. So right now, Rory McIlroy has a one-shot lead over Patrick Reed. Tommy Fleetwood had a hell of a day too. He's up to he's tied for third with Justin Rose.
Okay. Hey, Justin Rose. Yeah, remember he had a meltdown and Rory came back to win. Man, I mean, in the day and age of backs, I wouldn't be surprised if McIlroy pulls it off.
Brooks Koepka had a nice day too. He's up to tie for 12th. He's 3 under. Max Homa tied for 2nd under. Xander Schauffele didn't have the best day too. He's still under, but he's even for the day. Matt Fitzpatrick, I have Matt Fitzpatrick. He's tied for 20th. So
okay, hey,
yeah, everyone is still alive.
I like it. I bet you Elvis is so sharp with some of his top 10, top 5 finishes.
Yeah,
still alive too.
But yeah, overall, it's been a good day too. Obviously, there's still people playing as we speak. We had one day baseball, and it was a really good game. I mean, it was 0-0 up until the 7th. I was on Pittsburgh first 5 plus a half, and we cashed there. I'm just not really in the mood to back the Cubs. They come in at huge favorites at home. Imanaga, he was good, but the offense just went MIA, and this Pittsburgh team is good. Say what you want. They are a good team.
Yeah, if they could galvanize behind Skeens, I mean, that's the thing. It seems like Mets can't get behind their aces.
Trash.
So if a team like the Pirates can, then I'm sure they'll start getting those.
I mean, the pitching has been there. They have a top 10 bullpen. O'Neal Cruz is really good.
Yeah, he's hitting. He got over that the jitters of not being able to field in center.
Yeah.
It's a hard transition, right? They still got him out there in center.
Yeah,
played short majority of his career.
Yeah,
I guess there's familiarity in the middle of the infield, but it's just a different position. You got to pretty much adjust your entire game.
Oh, 100%. And he's hitting 300. O'Neal Cruz. Ryan O'Hearn is having himself a decent year. Nick York, he's doing well too at third base. And then obviously you have Brian Reynolds, who he's just on fire right now. He hit the game-winning home run in the 7th inning, and they win 2-0. They're 8-5, the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Quietly 15 years, Brian Reynolds, right?
Yeah, after 15 years, it's insane. But yeah, no, I like this Pirate team, and I think off name recognition, I think in the market you're gonna get good value on them, especially on the road. So I think you got to pick your spots and when you back the Pittsburgh Pirates. But
That's
yeah,
why
big,
like you said, steering clear of the Cubs. I probably wouldn't get involved until like Saturday, but more on that later.
yeah. Yeah, I actually have a lot for today. So we'll dive into that a
I
little
think
bit.
we still got some time before most of the games.
Oh yeah, we got some time. I do want to talk a little NFL here before we get into our plays. We had a trade that went down earlier in the day. The Green Bay Packers, they are trading wide receiver Devontae Wicks to the Philadelphia
Wicks.
Eagles. What?
Dontavion Wicks?
Yeah, Dontavian Wicks to the Eagles in exchange for a 2026 fifth round pick and a 2027 sixth round pick. And Wicks will sign a 1 year, $12.5 million extension with the Eagles as well.
Wow.
Let's move for the Eagles.
It seems like the days of AJ Brown might be coming to an end with the Eagles. I'll be honest with you. Kind of see what they're going towards. A Devontae Smith and Dontavion Wicks, kind of good route runner, type of speedy receiver on the outside. Kind of like slot guys. You can, kind of mix and match and motion them a lot. I expect that probably coming from their offense next year, especially if they move off of AJ Brown. I think it's pretty much set after doing a move like that.
I mean, if you look at the recent transactions and what Howie Rose is doing over there in Philadelphia, this is the third wide receiver addition the Eagles have made in like the last month. They signed Hollywood Brown in March.
There you go.
They signed Elijah Moore in March, and then they just traded for Wicks.
All these are slot guys. Like I said, that type of offense trying to move where they can motion guys out and probably, just fill in like Cav unit. One goes in, one comes out, and you could probably get a lot from a team wanting a receiver. AJ Brown is going to be a number one target on the team.
So speaking of AJ Brown, obviously his future in Philadelphia remains, obviously it's a topic of conversation. In the meantime, they had another wide receiver. I think the belief is if an AJ Brown trade were to happen, I think it would occur after June 1st when the cap burden would be, I guess, more manageable for the Eagles to kind of move around. But to your sense, you seeing what they're doing, you believe he's played his last game in Philadelphia?
Yeah, I do. And then to think a bit, remember how he became an Eagle. He was
on draft night.
On draft night, yes.
Yeah.
And I do think that Howie Roseman is a type of guy to move during draft night, and he could very well try to get as many picks or future picks on that night with a guy like AJ Brown. So just as quick as he came onto the Philadelphia Eagles, he may leave during draft day.
Yeah, and on the other side, this is the second wide receiver that, the Packers have seen leave Wisconsin. Romeo Doubs left in free agency. He went over to New England. They just traded Dontavian Wicks. Their current wide receiver room, Christian Watson, Jalen Reed,
Matthew Golden.
And they have Will Shepherd as well, but no disrespect to Will Shepherd. But those are like those top three guys. Do you think they go wide receiver in the draft now?
No, I don't actually. No, I think they want to get back Kraft, right? Tucker Kraft's a nice tight end they have who was hurt last year. So getting him back healthy would mean a lot to the passing attack. I think they're going to lean on Jordan Love a lot. I know Elvis is a lot higher on him than you and I, but I do think he's talented and he could lead an offense. So they don't necessarily need like a guy that's going to steal a lot of the targets. He could spread the wealth. I think if you look statistically though, Jordan Love actually, I think, is one of the better facilitators in the league. He does spread the ball pretty well.
I'm looking. So they don't even have a first round pick, Green Bay.
I don't doubt it.
No, because their first round. And it's to Dallas. Exactly. Yeah. Dallas has their first round pick at number 20.
They're going to be making moves so that they can acquire some stock capital, try to get it back so that, in the future they could probably have a first rounder again. But, at the end of the day, that division, as good as it is, it's still wide open. Like any given year, Lions could wind up being good. The Packers wind up winning the division. Hell, the Vikings could. And
shout out 9.
Now also the Bears.
Yeah,
honestly, my personal favorite.
But they've never been an organization to go out, not even free agency on draft night. They don't go out and get. That's why it was a shock when they went and signed or drafted Matthew Golden, right?
That due to not having an ownership, like a head owner, one man to like kind of.
How competent do you think that board is?
I don't know. I just think that different opinions may lead for them to be indecisive about making a move. You know what I mean? Like when you have a Jerry Jones, at the end of the day, he is the GM as well, and that's a given. GM does get involved to kind of mix things up with the owner, but you can see how decisions can be made. It's kind of just cut and dry. That's where the buck stops with the owner.
Oh yeah, 100%. So yeah, that was the big news. And then we just got updated about 10-15 minutes ago. The Falcons have picked up Bijan Robinson's 5th-year contract.
Better have.
I mean, you can't. He's a first-team All-Pro running back. What are you doing? They bet he's going to get the bag next year.
Yeah, I was going to say, after all they've done to try to secure a team around him, to then let him go would have been just foolish.
Foolish. I mean, just look at the numbers. He was 4th in the league in rushing. He rushed for over 1,400 yards. He had over 2,298 scrimmage yards last season. It was a franchise record for Atlanta.
All the other running backs in the league, Saquon, Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry. I think Bijan Robinson might be the best running back in the league.
He's definitely top 5. I don't know. I'd have to go and break it down. Christian McCaffrey. I love Christian McCaffrey. But he does everything, Bijan.
That's the thing, Bijan just as good as a pass catcher as CMC, which is going to, lean on him, like put him and separate him in the category from a lot of other pure CMC. I think Bijan could do just as well out of the backfield. And you're looking at pure running ability. I think he competes with Jonathan Taylor and Derrick Henry. So just like I said, I would put Bijan maybe at 1. His fantasy value matches.
Oh, fantasy's crazy. So last year, who actually got the rushing rushing title was James Cook.
That's right. Yeah. James Cook slowly, and I had both of them. I had Taylor and James Cook, and then the year before I had Saquon Barkley. So I've been good at selecting running backs that are going to lead the league in rushing.
So last year, James Cook rushed for 1,621. Derrick Henry, 1,595. Derrick Henry's a Hall of Famer. Jonathan,
all his numbers stacked up from high school, college, bro. Derrick Henry.
Jonathan Taylor was 3rd with 1,500. Then Bijan 14.
Jonathan Taylor, if he kept on that early pace, it would have been.
So like guys like Bijan who are multifaceted. Devon A-Chain.
Okay.
He gets it out of the backfield either way.
Fast.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs is slept on. I would say Bijan 1, Jahmyr Gibbs 2, actually.
And then in my opinion, he has to be there, Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a given. Like, look what he was able to do for the Panthers, right? And now with the team, even though the veteranship is getting aged in San Francisco, it's always a threat, those 49ers.
Yeah. So, those would be mine. And then obviously Derrick Henry has to be in the top 5. I don't care that he doesn't catch the ball. He will truck you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but he's catching the ball with a head start, bro. Get out of the way.
You're not tackling him one-on-one if you're a corner. You're just not doing that.
Ready to get run over.
So, other than that, that's usually the news. That's all the news I have for the NFL. Anything that you caught wind of that maybe I missed or anything?
No, just maybe before we get out of here, you'll ask me if I have anything left. I'll give you something for the NHL because no games today.
Yeah, NHL.
Last week of play.
Yeah, last week playoffs are gearing up for the NBA and the NHL. The Devils have shut down Luke Hughes for the rest of the season. He's getting shoulder surgery.
They need to figure it out. We're a mess.
No, we're not good. Right now we have the 10th pick.
I was gonna say I like that we were still like fluctuating with the percentile of chance to
try to get into the playoffs. Yeah. I saw that I think it was a few days ago before we were eliminated. They're like, there's a 2 to 3%. I go, what the That's such loser talk.
You're telling me there's a chance.
You're telling me there's a chance. Yeah, exactly. So, all right, kid. Before we get into our picks, a quick word from our sponsor. We are brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. So, wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV. Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives. Whether it's Huckleberry playing around the golf with the boys or an elderberry watching the Masters, it doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid. Week 3 of the UFL. By the way, first full week for you into the UFL. Thoughts on it? Thoughts on the play? How we dealing? We
like
settling in?
Yeah, it's a little bit getting used to. Hey, I saw Tuesday my pick did well picking the Renegades. I think they're probably
They blew them out, bro.
right now probably the best team in the UFL.
Offensively, they're the best team. Absolutely, yeah. They're insane. Them and the new team Orlando Storm, only undefeated teams.
Which I was surprised on how they're scheduling them, where they just played the Kings last week, and now they got to play them again. The Storm's got to play the Kings again
on the road now.
Yeah,
because it was home. Now they go on the road.
I
don't know.
Back weeks, normally in like other leagues, you'd see like a little bit of a gap.
100%. Yeah. It's the UFL. Come on, get it. Spring fucking football
next week. So,
but we do have a game tonight at 8:00. So we'll talk about that first. We have a game on Saturday, and then we have a doubleheader on Sunday. But let's start with
get the picks on Sunday because we will have a show until.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's start in the Bayou. No, that's New Orleans. See, geographic. Come on, Dylan. You're actually better than that. Louisville Kings taking on the Orlando Storm. Undefeated. What happened?
Aren't we in Orlando?
No, we're in Louisville.
Oh, okay. In Kentucky.
And someone from Kentucky told me, they're like, it's not Louisville, it's Louisville. Louisville. You got to say it with the accent.
No.
Orlando's road favorites, though. Laying 3.5 here on the road, -180, +155 for the Kings. Total is 39.5. Kid, you've backed the Kings already. Are we on the home dog again?
No, because I learned that lesson. And like I said, back-to-back weeks. I mean, how much can you learn in a week's time? I guess seeing them, the prep work that you do, it might not make up for the talent that's on the field. Remember, the Kings are a new franchise. So I'm going to go with Orlando Storm. When I got them at +101 with the -4.5. So now I'm guessing money has come in onto the Kings, right?
Yes.
Obviously dropping it line to the 3.5.
Correct.
Feel comfortable laying that, but I'll even go so far as the 4.5 because I feel like this is a touchdown game at least for the Storm, especially if they continue what they did all last week.
By the way, you mentioned that you hit on the Renegades. I wish there was like a little noise for the broom. Swept the board 4-0 last week. So don't know if we could duplicate that, but we will try. I am going to take the under here for the first game. Under 39.5. Is Orlando legit? I think that's a very honest question. They are 2-0, but they've beaten up on winless teams. And now they get Louisville again on a back-to-back. The Kings are the lowest scoring team in the league. They lost 19-9 by the Storms last week. They put up only 22 points in 2 weeks.
Orlando, it was 10 week 1, right? They only
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Orlando has allowed the fewest points through 2 weeks. They've only allowed 25 points in 2 weeks. So I don't know. I think Storm. I like your lane to 3.5. I just think it's going to be a low scoring game. I'll take the under 39.5 here in the first game.
Not bad.
Let's go out to DC, the defending champions. DC Defenders hosting the Houston Gamblers. DC's laying 7.5 here at home. Gamblers +240 on the money line. Total is 46.5. Kid, what are we doing here?
Who would I be if I didn't pick the Gamblers on the Dream Wager +250? I think honestly the DC Defenders are a little bit ahead of themselves, especially looking back that they're defending champs, but they really don't seem like they did last year. So I'm just going to go take a shot. I get the points. You could easily take them, but keep the points. Give me the Houston Gamblers on the money line, plus 250.
Wow. Going with the big dog. We're going to be on opposite sides.
Okay.
DC, I'll lay the 6.5, 7.5, whatever you could get. Actually, DC, surprisingly enough, and if you win the championship, first game should be you getting your rings, right? Like, I don't know why they had to start back-to-back weeks on the road, but they crushed Columbus, and they run the ball really well with, I think his name's Deion Jackson. He rushed for 229 yards last week, and I think defensively, they are still a top team. They forced turnovers. They had 4 sacks last week, and Houston, they're going to have to get it done without their starting, I think their guy, Hunter Dickerson. But Nolan Henderson, he's good. He's good. He's the guy that beat the Birmingham yet last week as well. So
Birmingham.
Yeah. What I worry about is getting in the red zone with Houston. They get there, but they're 1-7 in red zone trips.
That's not good.
That's
a recipe for disaster.
Joe, you played football your whole life. You got to put up touchdowns. It's good that you put up points, but you need touchdowns to win games.
It catches up to you. It's like in like soccer or hockey, if you're playing in your zone and you don't have the possession, you're going to be playing from behind. Basically, it's the same 100%. Thing if you can't score in the red zone.
Yeah, so I'm gonna lay the 6.5, 7.5. Shop around, but yeah, that's
we gotta familiarize ourselves with all these names because we could be hearing them played on Sunday. 100%. We might get a call from the NFL team.
Let's head down to Texas, where the Dallas Renegades laying 8.5 here at home against the Columbus Aviators, minus 330 on the money line for the Renegades, plus 270 for the Aviators. Total is 46.5. What are we feeling here?
I'm guessing a lot of money came on the Renegades. I saw them minus 6.5 when we played this, but man, I mean, to go to 8.5 might be much.
I see 7.5s out there, so shop around, but I don't see 6.5s anymore.
I was gonna say, yeah, if we're gonna be pitching pennies at this point, I shouldn't be laying the points anyway. So good teams win, great teams cover, and I think the Dallas Renegades have a great offense, and I think they'll cover. So yeah, I'll lay the minus 8.5. Give me whatever line they're cooking there, because behind that minus 6.5 was minus 112. So if I'm something similar to that, I mean, I'll lay the 8.5.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes you need to dig deep and come up with the best, and with like a best play, I don't think you need to. I think Dallas's offense is cream of the crop. We mentioned it earlier. They put up 30 plus points in back-to-back starts.
That's not easy right now. It's the start of the league. Nobody's really familiar. That means they had a great summer, great camp, and they're ready for this.
And let's be honest, the Aviators' defense is bad. They've allowed 9.9 yards per pass attempt. And they've
expansions, right? Louisville Kings and Columbus
Aviators. Yeah. And they were also gashed on the ground for 200 plus yards against DC. They've allowed the most points in the league, and now they're taking on a team that just put up 30 back to back. Give me the over 46. We're gonna see. We're gonna see some.
They could cover it themselves.
I was just gonna say Dallas could cover it themselves. All we need is like a touchdown. Give me 10 points.
That's why I'm comfortable laying the 8.5.
Yeah, exactly. That's the first game on Sunday at noon kickoff. And then let's go to 3 p.m. kickoff on Sunday. This is probably the best game, I think, of the weekend.
1-1 clubs.
Yeah, St. Louis Battlehawks at home taking on the Birmingham Stallions. Stallions are laying points here on the road, minus 2.5, minus 155 on the money line, plus 134 St. Louis. Total is 42.5. What are we feeling here?
2 weeks in a row, so I can't back the Stallions. I'm going to go with Elvis and take his St. Louis Battlehawks here on the money line, plus 130. Keep the points again. I'm going with 2 dogs over the course of the UFL weekend. Yeah, Houston Gamblers, plus 250, and the St. Louis Battlehawks, plus 130.
Yeah, I tweeted it out. I was like, damn, down goes the Stallions. Shout out Houston, like, for getting the upset. Yeah. But let's rewind the clocks a little bit. The Stallions were a late fourth quarter and a fourth down stop away from being 2-0. But honestly,
22-20 loss.
But they failed to convert, and Houston came from behind and they upset them. So you got to just tip your cap. And I also don't think it didn't help when Matt Corral he threw 2 interceptions as well. So
you shoot yourself in the foot at that point.
Yeah, they had a nice week 1 win over the Defenders, but you know, the St. Louis Battlehawks, they ran into fucking Dallas, who they just got smoked 31 to 15.
What's gonna, I think, could be for the Renegades, and probably rest of the season, depending on the offense performs, are probably gonna be favored in most of their games.
If St. Louis defense can't hold up, I don't think their offense is good enough to bail them out right now. You know, their 31 points scored in 2 weeks are the second fewest behind Louisville.
Yeah.
Brandon Silvers also threw 2 interceptions, so he's not the best. And I'm just thinking we're going to see a bounce back. I think AJ McCarron is going to get the boys playing for the Stallions. I'll lay the 2.5. I'll take the Stallions in a bounce back.
Oh, no,
they're not going to go.
I think if it's in St. Louis, it definitely makes a pause. That's why I picked them, too, because at home, we know how the environment can be there in St. Louis. They used to have a professional team. The fan base is clamoring for a team like this, and maybe they can rally behind the Battlehawks.
100%. They have the best home field advantage in the league. They're crazy how good they are. But yeah, kid, good luck. Should be a really fun week. I'm going to be watching that game tonight alongside a lot of fights. I can't wait for the game, Bread. I'm going to watch. By the way, I was looking into the card. It also Thiago Moises, I think, or one of them. Santos, thank you. Yeah, he's on the card too.
Hey, I'm ready for it.
I'm ready for everything.
You're going to have UFL. And you're going to have some fights.
And we're going to be blocked out for the Mets.
Of course. You can't watch it on the subscription of MLB TV. So.
Yeah, before we talk about the Mets and how abysmal they are, quick word from our new sponsor, Kalshi. Kalshi, real money predicting sports. Kalshi is available in a ton of states. And once you trade $10, you'll get $10 with our promo code ROCK with 2Ks24. That's Kalshi, promo code ROCK. 2-4. Kid, like I said, there was day baseball. Anything here today before we get into Saturday slate? Anything we're feeling here for Friday?
As you were mentioning the Mets, I'm probably gonna have to back them this weekend against the A's. You know what I mean? Like, we got to get these wins together. So I'll probably be backing them tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday with this weekend series. But I like the slates we're getting next to right here. The 6:40 start time for the Marlins. I think right now the Tigers are a shell themselves. Talking about the Red Sox were a bad team. The Tigers have just fallen apart right here. So I think right now the Marlins are catching them a good spot. Granted, they are getting back home after their little road trip, but I just feel like they're not right. So I'm going to take the Marlins at plus 119 dogs.
Yeah, so for me today, I mean, I agree with you. You just can't back the Tigers right now. And I know Chris Paddock's not good, but Marlins are a good team.
Sneaky.
They're sneaky. Yeah. I'm going to take the dog in Michael Soroka against the Phillies. The Snakes are a good team. They're resilient. They fight back. They don't roll over and die. And Michael Soroka has been nails through 2 games. He's better than Jesus Luzardo, and they're giving me a plus 155, plus 158. Yeah, the value's on. I was
debating them tonight, but I think I'm gonna back the D-backs tomorrow in an afternoon game. I think it's you're going from an evening game tonight, and then you got to take a quick afternoon turnaround. Man, D-backs catch them and bite twice. Quick.
Yeah, and then real quick, the rest of my slate here for
I got more for tonight as well.
All right, yeah. So second game for me, I'm gonna take the under here, 9.5 with Minnesota and Toronto. Simeon Richardson, what great name, won. And going up
Richardson, right?
Yeah, Simeon Woods Richardson. Yep. He's been solid, and it's the first start for Patrick Corbin. Minnesota, they don't hit the ball well. They don't hit lefties well. I know it's Patrick Corbin, but this is his first start. I think this is a good spot for him. And Toronto is just a shell of themselves. Even in their back-to-back wins that they've had, they're really not scoring a ton of runs. I know, shop around. I got a 9.5. I still see 9s. I don't mind that. I'm going to take the under here.
At 7:15 start time, I guess I'm fading to AL Central a little bit. Even though the Guardians are playing well and they always have a way to win, I just like Walt Weiss takedown of Jorge Soler. Even though Soler is still a demon out there in Anaheim, the Angels of Los Angeles. I'm going to go with the Braves at home, getting back home after having to fight with the Angels, and they get right on track. Because the NL East, I think, are just playing. So fading the AL Central and back in the NL East teams. Give me the Braves minus 136.
Yeah, next game for me. Let's cross our fingers and hope we do this, but I am going to back the Mets here on the run line here. Plus 150, plus 152 I'm seeing.
-1.5?
minus the 1.5 on the run line. Clay Holmes has been good. Not like fucking David Peterson. He's garbage. This man just rolls over and dies.
Yeah,
they get one run and he just says, you know what,
I'll give up 5.
Yeah,
it's embarrassing.
He's a lucky pitcher. I'll say that. Yeah, so I'm gonna take him. I'm not a fan of JT Ginn. And the Athletics, they had a pretty competitive series against the Yankees. I'll give them that. But yeah. I'm gonna take the Mets here at home minus the 1.5. And then how many more do I have? I got 2 more.
7:40 start time. I have on one of the games here. Nationals at the Brew Crew. Gotta go with the Brewers. I know they lost the last 2, but I think this is a good get back spot. Getting at home minus 1.5 at plus 100. Nationals, they were good to start the season, but I think they're going to start showing their true colors.
Next game for me, I am going to go out to the beautiful state of Maryland. I'll take the Orioles here.
Really?
Don't love the pitching matchup. I'll say that, but I do think at home against Landon Rupp, I do think they have the bats to edge out a win. Minus 118, I think, is a very favorable price. So I will take them. And then my last
the Angels.
What happened?
The Orioles, who are they playing?
The Giants. San Francisco.
Yeah, they're not that good unless Logan Webb's on the bump.
No, and we only want to back Logan Webb at home anyway.
True, yeah. He's one of the better home pitchers, not away.
And then lastly, I'm going to take a 940 game. Don't want to back either side because they're both fucking terrible in Seattle and Houston right now. They're terrible.
AL West weak right now.
Emerson Hancock is pretty good so far, and both offenses have been anemic. I'm going to take the under 7.5 here. I think we see a 2-1 game, 2-0 game. Yeah, give me the under.
Am I crazy to lay the 1.5 with the Red Sox at an 8:15 start time? Plus 123.
I mean, I would just. Dustin May's terrible. You can't.
That's why I was looking at Dustin May. And I'm like, bro,
you can't back Dustin May. I don't care that he's at home. Me, I probably see you like the money. I probably would just take him on the money line minus 136.
Oh, so the Red Sox can win. That's the thing, though. I think if the Red Sox are winning, they're scoring multiple runs on this guy. So that makes me think, might as well go for it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I'm with you, I think the Red Sox are gonna win.
I see plus 125. What's the better number that you see?
I saw at minus 1.5 to plus 123, so I'll take the extra 2.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go into Saturday. What are we feeling here? I know you said you got a few games for Saturday. What do you got?
I led with that D-backs on the road twice in Philly. Man, even if they don't win tonight, if Michael Sorokin can't get it done against Luzardo, I still feel like they could win tomorrow afternoon. That quick turnaround actually might benefit them more than the Phillies at home. And then quick, right after that 1:10 start time, going back to the Marlins and the Tigers, I think at that point the Tigers may get a win, actually. So I'm going to go with the Tigers tomorrow. So not tonight. They're going to continue their loss streak, but they are going to be due by tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, we mentioned Logan Webb. He is on the mound tomorrow on the road, but he's been better than Chris Bassett. Chris Bassett, you want to fade, and we're getting a minus 118. I don't mind that. I also like the over.
He can't field it. He's giving up runs. Bassett's terrible.
And I also like the over because I do think they'll be able to get a few off of Logan Webb as well. 7.5 seems just a little bit low here for Baltimore.
Scary though. Whenever they lay that number low, it's enticing to go over. Mm-hmm. And every time the number's high, they want you to go under, and then the opposite happens. So
I also like the over in Philly and the Snakes. You know, Brandon Pfaadt and Taijuan Walker,
Walker
pitchers.
Is not. Yeah, he's laying up runs.
Yeah, 8.5 seems a little low. I also like the Mets with Kodai Senga on the mound. I think we're getting a short number at minus 156.
That's why I went with the Mets all weekend, because you get Clay Holmes, you go right into Kodai Senga, and then you get Peralta on Sunday. I feel like we could sweep the series, man. We have to.
Yeah, no, we definitely have to.
2:20 start time for me, the Pirates and the Cubs, which we talked about. Mm-hmm. Once again, if I'm going to go with the Tigers being due at home, I think after a couple losses, the Cubs are going to be as well. So I'm taking 2 due teams out there in the Central, AL and NL.
I also like the Blue Jays here as well. I like Joe Ryan, but I like him in Minnesota. On the road, he does struggle a little bit. He has over a 4 ERA, and Eric Lauer, he's given up a little contact, but minus 110 on, I guess to your theory, you know, a team that's due for a win.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Blue Jays here at home, minus 110.
I was a little skeptical on that because I'm the opposite. I actually have the Twins because I like Joe Ryan, even on the road here. Isn't he leading the league in strikeouts right now? And on top of that, I feel like those runs, the earned run average is a little deceiving. He hasn't given up a home run this year. So I think sneakily Joe Ryan can have a really good game. And I'm going to say that could single-handedly propel the Twins over the Blue Jays.
I also like the Reds here with Brandon Williamson against George Klassen.
They were hot, but they lost a couple, right? They lost a couple.
Cincinnati, yeah. They've lost 2 in a row, but they're still 8-5. They hit the ball. They have a top 5, top 10-ish bullpen.
Right now, NL is looking a lot stronger than AL.
Yeah. What's your next play?
That's what I had ended with. I went because, we got a lot. We just mentioned the fights on the Dream Wager, baby. A lot of stuff in the evening tomorrow. I capped myself in the afternoon for the baseball. And then, tonight with whatever we had on the slate.
Yeah, I wanted to find a way, but thank God Elvis is not on here because I was like, bro, I can't back the Red Sox here. Even at a minus 140, Ranger Suarez has been
That's the time you got to fade the Red
terrible.
Sox. That's why I was like, if they're going to win, they're going to have to get it tonight because I'm not comfortable with Ranger Suarez on the bump.
You going to an Atlanta game soon or no?
I don't know if I'm going back to Georgia anytime soon.
Really?
I don't know. The ballpark's kind of weird. Truist Park, how they built it. You had to go through car parks to kind of get there. There's no real kind of hangout area until you get right outside the stadium. And then it's really dope. I got to say, the whole venue, there's a lot of bars in the lead in there. But if you're not there, you got to park somewhere else or stay somewhere in the hotels nearby and then walk your way to that. So yeah, it's I think dope when you get right outside the ballpark. A lot of places to kind of hang out.
Okay. Yeah, I got to make my way. My goal one day is to visit all the stadiums.
How many you got off the list?
Are we going ones that have been knocked down?
Even if you haven't been inside, because I got to count the both Chicago stadiums when we went during the pandemic.
Okay, I'll count them as well. All right, so Shea Stadium, Citi Field, Old Yankee, New Yankee. I've been to Citizens Bank Park. I've been to Camden Yards. I've been to Nationals Park. I've been to Tropicana Field. I've been to
Colorado.
Yes, I went to a Colorado game. Yes, Coors Field.
Yep.
That's 9. I've been to Comerica Park in Detroit. That's 10.
Those are 2 pretty ballparks, aren't they?
Comerica Park is nice. I love Rockies was sick.
Coors was sick.
Even though they were trash, and you get tickets for like $25.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it was great. I had 2 beers and it was more than my ticket. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah,
and you get drunk faster because you're in elevation.
You are in elevation. The oxygen hits you differently, bro.
So 10 that I've been to. And then I've been outside during COVID with you with I don't even know what the fuck it's called anymore.
Is it US Cellular right now? Is it still US Cellular?
It's a shame.
It's something else. To me, Kaminsky was the original one, right? And then it changed again. I don't know. Kaminsky.
I'm gonna check stadium.
Guaranteed rate field.
That's what it is.
Guaranteed rate. Yep.
All right, I've been there in Wrigley outside, but I've never been in it. So let me see if that's all of them.
Anything in Florida? You said the Rays, right?
Yeah, I've been to a Tampa game. Oh, I've seen Toronto Blue Jays. I've seen Rogers Field.
Oh wow, that's dope. Yeah, I went down to Atlanta, so I got that. You haven't been there yet, right?
Oh, I've been to Fenway. How did I fucking forget? I've been to Fenway.
Fenway's sick.
Yeah, it's sick. I've been to Fenway. Oh, and I've been to Minnesota. I've been to Target Field last year.
That's a beautiful ballpark, ain't it?
I don't know.
The field was
fraud.
I was gonna say how the overhang is in the outfield. I thought that was cool.
I'll say this. It's cool how since it's so cold up there. I went to a Las Vegas Aces game and it connects the stadium where the Timberwolves and Target Field is. So so you don't have to go outside. You just walk across the bridge and it's heated. Okay. I like that. It was very convenient. Target Field was nice. It was nice. It wasn't.
It would be kind of like what you could do in Kansas City, right? Because Kaufman and Arrowhead right next to each other. But now the Chiefs are leaving, right?
Yeah.
Chicago.
You know what I wanted to go to? The Athletics in Oakland.
Oh, the Coliseum, bro. my cousin got a chance to go out there.
Oh,
He
that's
said it was
amazing.
sick.
Yeah,
to
of
see
course.
that.
There's
And
so
also,
much history.
Both games. I think he went out there in the Coliseum for both the Raiders, his Raiders, and the A's, his A's.
Couple ones that I want to see a game at. PNC Park is the most beautiful stadium.
We got to plan that one. We were trying that July 4th Mets game we wanted to go to. That would have been sick with the fireworks.
San Diego. I heard Petco Park is beautiful.
Awesome.
Yeah. I got to go see Dodger Stadium. It's historic.
I heard people like the Angels as well.
Yes, that's another one.
Yep.
And
I want to check out the Rangers.
I'm going to Seattle. I'm knocking that off.
Might as well. We got to go see Great America. But like you said, at the end of the day, it's to see every single ballpark.
Yeah, it is.
That's the goal. Yeah.
I do want to see the Minute. I do want to see the juice box. I was gonna say the juice box. Low key, I
want to sit in that left field box. Yeah.
It's just like I mean, I'm not comparing it, obviously, but it's like sitting at the Green Monster.
Kind of, yeah. You're like
I didn't sit at the Green Monster though.
That's a place.
I mean, those are where the most the highest ticket cost is to sit on the Green Monster.
Remember when we went out for the UFC in Charlotte, and you were recording, I think, one of the episodes, and I wasn't able to, and I went to go watch the Charlotte Knights, right?
Right across the street.
And bro, tell me how I caught the 2 home run balls.
I remember.
I
remember that
stadium, bro.
Oh,
crazy.
Well, was that AAA or single A?
That's triple. I think it's
triple.
Durham Bulls and Charlotte Knights at one step before making
before the big leagues, huh?
I think I remember like Jason Dominguez. Are they involved in the Yankees? Either one of those, the Durham Bulls, or you might be right. It might be Double A low key.
I truly don't know.
Yeah, but hey, it was crazy how that happened. I was
fun.
like, yo, 2 home run balls.
I was like, where did you get them? You're like, I caught them.
Just standing outside.
I do want to go see Truist Park though.
Yeah, like I said, if we go, it'd probably be best to just hang out like right outside that area where there's like a walkway. I think I have a video of it. I'll send it to you. Yeah. And you can see like, they had like the.
You even went to the Mercedes Dome.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, not like how you were at the Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City.
Oh, that was.
I feel like they designed the stadium to not have a bad view of in that whole house. Like in Atlanta's indoor stadium, Mercedes Stadium, you have a good view of the field anywhere you sit.
Anywhere. So. It's like the Rock in Newark, baby. You gotta get seat everywhere.
Yeah, baby.
But kid, that's gonna do. Oh, NHL, what do you got?
Yeah, before we get out of here, Lightning have lost 3 straight. Boston 4 in a row, and 2 back-to-back overtime losses make me think that they're going to be strained heading into this matchup. And Tampa Bay owns them this year. So with the short favorite line of -125, I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Lightning tomorrow afternoon. And like I said, after that win, they will have swept the series 4-0.
Let's go. Well, kid, thank you so much. Enjoy. We will be back Sunday, 3-man pod. We'll talk a little baseball, NBA, hockey. We'll recap some UFL, any major news that comes out. But, kid, enjoy the weekend. Good luck on all your bets, and we will see you guys on Sunday. Peace.